Good morning friends, and welcome back to online lectures on soft skills. All of you remember that presently we are in advanced speaking skills section. We have already discussed the various nuances of preparing oral presentation and speeches. And in that connection, the previous lecture talked about planning and preparation. As you all remember, we have talked about the purpose, we have also talked about the preparation, and we have talked about planning an oral presentation or a speech. And today we are going to touch two important ingredients. One of them is practice, and then finally performance. Now, having understood how to draft an oral presentation and keeping into consideration the various components, now is the time that we discuss how to practice. And because before you give the final presentation, much is required that you gain confidence, and confidence cannot be gained just in one day. It takes a lot of time, but since you have already understood how to draft a presentation, now you should know how to practice. And then once you have learned the art of practicing, then the final thing comes, that is giving the presentation or making the presentation. I mean the delivery of presentation. But how to make a presentation effective? While we discussed in the previous class that there are certain stages in a preparation, and those stages can be taken care of even when you are writing the presentation. But once you have done all that, let us try to understand what exactly can make your presentation effective. Why I say effective is, not every presentation can be effective. You can listen to a presentation and then you can find that the presentation was not effective because of one reason or the other. So, let us try to understand what are the various factors that can make our presentation effective. The first is, while we were planning, we had talked about the division of the presentation. I mean, when you plan a presentation, you also plan how to divide your presentation. You have the information, but you will divide them, and while dividing them, you know better where to put the relevant information and in which section. So, the first important task in an effective presentation is a very effective beginning. Now, when we talk about beginning, the question is how to begin a presentation. You see, there are several ways to begin a presentation. If a presenter begins his presentation quite abruptly, you won't like it. So, in order to make your presentation effective, the first important thing is to make your beginning very effective, very captivating, very attractive. How to do that? Suppose you are speaking on a topic, whatever topic you have, but if you start with a question, because your first task is to capture the listener's attention, and there are several ways. Either you can start with a question, or you can start with a story. You can also start with an anecdote or episode. You can also start with some startling facts. For example, if we have to give a presentation, say on confidence or nervousness, the very first thing that you can say, there is one thing very common with all of us, whether we are the new ones or the experienced ones, and that is, when we have to deliver a presentation, all of us come across one strange fear, and this strange fear is called nervousness. Now, when you give such a beginning to your presentation, the audience will not be attracted only, but they will feel interested in it. So, a beginning is very important, and there are several nuances of beginning which we have also discussed when we are talking about making a piece of writing interesting or effective. So, because a good presentation or a good speech also attracts its audience in the beginning, and that interest of the audience has to be sustained. But how do you do that? It is not only the beginning alone, but after beginning, all you need to understand that it is your voice which is very important. Voice. We have already talked about the voice and its various nuances when we were discussing the nonverbal communication, but then it is very important to mention here that a good voice is also important for an effective presentation. Now, what is a good voice? Is it a voice that is very loud, or is it one that is very soft? You actually have to understand that a good voice means a clear voice. I mean, it should have a sort of clarity. You will find that there are many of us whose voices are not clear, and when we say clarity, we also mean, and this clarity depends upon various factors. As beginners, you will find that you want to finish your task just as soon as possible, and that is why you become very fast. And when you become very fast, you are not able to say things clearly, because there are many things which are left. Either some of the words you eat them up, or there are some words where you feel as if you are running or you are jumping. So, a good voice is very important. A good voice not only should have a sort of clarity, but it should also have a sort of, many people are known for the quality of their voice, but then voice is not in your control, because it has got a divine quality and it is God gifted. But through continuous efforts and training, even if you have a very subdued voice, you can make it clear, because your main purpose is to make your crowd or make your audience understand what you intend to say. So, suppose somebody has got a very muffled voice, but if he tries hard, he can speak things clearly, he can articulate rather words clearly, and for that he needs to be a little slow. If he is fast, naturally half of his words will be lost. And then comes the non-verbal aspect, and where we talk about, when we say non-verbal, here our focus is on your body language. So, is body language also important in presentation? Yes, what do we mean by body language? Suppose as a speaker I am speaking and I do not look at you, you do not feel well, rather you may also have the impression that I am not able to face you, because a good speaker is one who is able to face the crowd and who can, because you have to establish a sort of rapport, or you have to establish a sort of credibility with your audience. As I said the other day, one has to treat one's audience as friends and not as enemies. So, for that you need to look at the people, and when you look at the people you are gaining the confidence, and your rapport with the audience is also strengthening. Now, there may be another question again which you youngsters may ask: how can I look continuously at the crowd or continuously at one section? You do not have to, rather you can throughout you have to have a sort of eye contact. This eye contact can provide you a sort of control over your audience. Many people, especially the young, especially the novice ones, they are not able to look at the people because they have different sorts of question. You will find that if some member of the audience looks at you, you start thinking of your own incapacities. So, this body language is very important. Are you able to stand firmly in front of the crowd? And even when you are delivering the lecture or delivering the talk, do you feel that you can make use of this space that is here? For example, here you can say, see, I am talking to you, but I have my space and I have a sort of autonomy as to how much should I move. But again, if I move too fast or if I move too frequently, that may not be liked by you. That is why you need to understand that body language has a very important role to play in an oral presentation or a speech. Now, when we talk about body language, it is not only the eye contact, rather the other parts of the body are also important. For example, how a speaker complements his own language with the help of his say hands, with the help of his limbs and all. So, how can he, suppose somebody says one thing that all of you should remember is confidence plays a vital role in making a communication or in making a presentation successful. So, you will find that automatically your hands are in tune with your body, are in tune with the language or the message that you are providing. So, that is very important. Next is humor. You also need to understand how humor has an important role to play in an oral presentation. You remember that we have been discussing that oral presentations are specially given on a topic that is very technical in nature and that at times may be very complex. For example, a person from the medical profession, if he wants to talk about say beautiful teeth or health of the teeth or whatsoever, naturally all of us would not like, because when he talks about something very technical or he will use some medical terms and all, the topic may become a bit abstruse and difficult. So, there he can make use of humor. For example, he may say, once you visit a dentist, please ensure that you have to visit him regularly. Now this is a fact. But at the same time, when we are presenting it with the presentation or in a speech, it actually raises not only the curiosity level, but then it sustains throughout the attention of your reader, of your audience members. Again, when apart from humor, you also should provide certain examples. You should give certain examples, and these examples should be very familiar. If you are delivering a talk especially to the youngsters, naturally you can give examples either from sports or from music or from movies or whatsoever. But when you are talking about say yoga, suppose you are giving a talk on yoga, naturally it is beneficial to everyone, and there you have to bring a sort of mix of the example so that everyone likes it. And then as we said, beginning is very important, but at the same time when you are going to close, as I had told you the other day, that before you close you should provide some sort of signpost. You will do that, but when you are going to close, the last part of the presentation has to be very emphatic. By emphatic I mean when you started with something and when you come to the end of your presentation, you should present it in such a manner that by the end whatever you wanted to say, that appears to be a sort of restatement, or it should give them an impression that you have been able to drive home your point very well. So these are the features of effective presentation. Now again, there are certain things, as I said when we were talking about the patterns of presentation and the methods of presentation, the very first thing that all of you could have found very interesting was a presentation that was memorized. But remember, you all remember that if you have memorized your presentation, you are bound to forget. But in order to make your presentation effective, dear friends, when you are going to talk about the beginning and the end, because a beginning which starts with a beautiful quote that may be appreciated. So at least remember the beginning and the end of the presentation. I mean, the beginning lines have to be very beautifully combined. I have had an experience when one of my friends who was to deliver a presentation and had decided that he will start with a quote, but when he started delivering the presentation, only he could give half of the quote and the other half he forgot. Now this actually puts you in a very embarrassing situation. So at least when you are going to practice it, that is why I am giving too much emphasis on practicing the presentation. So when you are practicing your presentation, please see to it that you memorize. If you are providing a quotation, so please see that the quotation has to be remembered full. Moreover, you can also, if you are putting a quote, you should also know the name of the person whom you are quoting. So when, and these things can be done only during rehearsals. Rehearse your presentation, practice your presentation. You have written your presentation, no doubt, but then that presentation has to be rehearsed. And you know, if you rehearse your presentation, you are bound to remember a lot of things, even if you may not be able to memorize every bit of the presentation, but you will have a sort of confidence that you can even speak, provided you are clear about your language and all. Moreover, you can also, as preparation you should provide a final outline of your presentation, because as I said the other day, no one wants that a speaker should read word for word when he is giving a presentation. Nowadays, of course, this is an age where people love to have PPT presentations, but even in PPT presentations one has to be too much aware of. Why? Because at times this PPT presentation becomes very dull and morose, since many speakers cannot create a sync with the PowerPoint slides. And what happens in certain cases, you may also come across that people are simply reading from the slides. Now reading from the slides and reading from the manuscript is one and the same thing. So it is better, even if you are giving an oral presentation with the help of PowerPoint or PPT, so you should understand how you can have a control only when you have practiced. So it is better. PPT can also work as a sort of outline. Many people even are not clear about what to write on their slides. You cannot write everything on the slide, otherwise what is your own role, my dear friends? So you should simply write the points and essential points. Even when you are writing the points, please see that you are not going to clutter. You are not going to clutter everything by writing everything on the slides. Otherwise people won't like it. Nowadays we are living in an age where animation works a lot. People bring all sorts of musicality in it, but the real music of thought is not there. So what you need to do is, you need to have limited number of points on every slide. Not that you are going to clutter it up by writing everything. Moreover, in order to make your presentation effective, because if a person speaks too much, once again the audience feels weary and they get impatient. That is why you have been provided with the time. So keep track of time. Track of time is very important, and that is why this timing, as I said in the previous class, that when you are writing the presentation, please of course prepare more material. But when you practice it, you should practice it with the help of your clock or watch, and you should see how much time you are able to speak. If it is too much, then you can curtail at some points. Nowadays you are having the facility of cell phones where you can record your own presentation and you can see it for yourself. That will give you a better confidence. And you can, when a person analyzes himself, he finds where he or she is wrong and where the improvements are essential. So please keep track of time when you are delivering the presentation. And if you are recording your presentation nowadays, since you have the facility of recording it and watching it later, so you can also look at your own body language, whether your body language is positive or not. Whether when you are maintaining an eye contact, you are looking only at a particular segment of the crowd, or you are looking at all of them by dividing your eye attention from one part to the another. So that's very important. And when you are reviewing your own presentation or making self analysis, you can also see whether your presentation is interesting or not. That is why when you are going to practice your presentation, you will, no one is able to understand unless and until somebody says. But if you do not have friends who do not want to give you some time to listen to your presentation, it is better you do it yourself and listen to your own voice. Listen to your own voice and be your own critic. I mean, when you look at your own presentation from a critical point of view, I think you will have a better feedback. Moreover, give some small presentations in some small groups with your friends and tell them to give you the honest feedback, because that will help you. Now comes the delivery part. When you are finally delivering the presentation, what is it that is essential? Are you able to express? Does your voice have the quality of expressiveness? By expressiveness, I mean not only the voice, but then whatever you want to say, is it coming clearly? Are you expressive? And expressive not only from the point of view of your voice, but from the point of view of your body also. You know well that our body speaks. In this regard, I will once again repeat what Sigmund Freud had said, and it is worth quoting here. He says, "He who has eyes to see and ears to listen can convince that no mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatting with his fingertips, betrayal seems to ooze out of him at every pore." Meaning is, however hard you try, when as a speaker you stand before the audience, your entire body speaks. There is no moment when your body does not speak. That is why when you are silent throughout, people get to know that there is something wrong. Your body gives the indications. It has so many indicators. So please check the effectiveness of your delivery and the expressiveness, whether your presentation expresses or not, whether you have been able to provide the proper emphasis in terms of voice, in terms of division of a word, in terms of division of letters into syllables, into words, and have you been able to cut them accordingly? Have you got the experience of cutting your thoughts and then presenting it so that your audience members can understand? Again, when you are speaking, you should also take into consideration your rate. What should be the rate? How many words per minute? Now, there is a lot of debate among people, but then there are many speakers who are very fast. But if you also become very fast, again you will have the problem of running sort of ideas after a certain amount of time. Many speakers often say that it appears to me that I am very slow, but remember, it is actually a sort of advantage to your audience members, because when you are at a moderate rate, meaning thereby you speak 120 to 130 words per minute, your audience members, they find it better than to speak 180 words per minute. Again, the other thing is the volume. Are you audible? I mean, this also you can take care of when you are practicing your presentation. That is why expert speakers often say, am I audible? And for you, you can actually modulate, regulate by looking at the crowd and the number, and also the acoustic facility in the hall or in the room from where you are speaking. So, adjust your volume according to the expectations of the crowd. Now, again you may ask, how should you know that our audience members feel difficulty? Here your eyes will give you, you are a very good observer, my dear friend. When you cast a glance at your audience, you can find that if they are unable to understand or unable to listen, you will find some scratches on their face, provided you are a very good face reader. But that will come with experience, that cannot come now in the early stage. So, have a proper rate, volume, and have your pitch movements. Now, by pitch movements I say that there is some amount of fastness, some amount of loudness. There are situations where you need to raise your voice. There are times when you need to bring it down, which we call intonation. Fine. Not every sentence can be spoken with the same amplitude. And you know, when you are speaking, because you are putting your emotions, and every word that you are speaking has got some meaning, because meaning lies not only with the words but also with the speakers. And you being a very good selector, since you have selected good words for your speech or presentation, you know better. So, how you throw it, that is very important. Moreover, try your level best to be as articulate as possible. Again, one thing in addition to all these I want to add is your appearance. You know, most of us, when we go for the presentation, should check whether we have the right appearance. By appearance I do not mean your face. Faces may be good, faces may be bad, faces may have different colors, but by appearance I mean the sort of dress that you are wearing, the sort of decor that you have brought, the sort of bearing that you have brought, meaning thereby you should try to maintain a sort of formality which can be reflected through your appearance. Proper haircut, proper facial expressions, proper dress, proper way of movements, all these are a part of your appearance. Not that you are carrying something like key rings and cells and all. You should remember, and there are certain mannerisms which one speaker should always be aware of, which people won't like. So, have a good appearance. You see, if you are physically at your best, by physically being best means if you are well dressed, half of the confidence will come to you. So, have the confidence, and even before dressing you look at yourself whether you are looking presentable. That is what I mean by a good appearance, because if you look presentable and you know, it will be very easy for you to develop a sort of rapport with the crowd, and once you have developed the rapport with the crowd, commitment and confidence will start oozing out of you. again in oral presentations, as I said the other day, because if it is of a complex nature, naturally you will bring some visual aids. But then as you had, while preparing, you had situated the aids. But when you are going to deliver the presentation, now it is time you understood where you are pointing to. Nowadays you have got the pointers and all if you are giving an oral presentation. So when you are pointing, when you are discussing a particular segment or a particular section, you need to understand how to integrate. So integrate the aids. When you reach the relevant point, please make it possible, and you will find that when you are pointing it out, then the audience members will also look at. But then it has to be crafted in such a manner that it does not appear to be irrelevant. And when you are using the aids, please interpret the aids. Whatever you are using, sometimes we have seen many people in earlier days when they used to show something through OHP or overhead transparencies, they used to stand in and between the transparency and the crowd, and that used to be failure. So you need to understand that you are not between the aids and the people, I mean the members, the audience members. Moreover, again, you have prepared your presentation with utmost dexterity and care, and you are supposed not to speak everything just as verbal fireworks. And in order, while we write we have punctuation, but when we speak we have connectives. For example, you see, after this I will be using connectives and you will realize how I am making the task easier. Having said that, let me also tell you, my dear friends, that connectives have a very important role to play. While connectives tell the audience that you are moving from one unit of thought to the other, they also tell them where you are in the midst of the presentation. In addition, you should also realize that these connectives are of different categories. Some of them are transitions, while the others are internal previews. There are internal summaries also. In short, I want to say that these signposts, which actually signify sometimes the number, sometimes the procedure, sometimes the category, sometimes the development, and at other times they also tell you, they allow you, and they actually give you a sort of liberty to understand the location of your presentation. So hence this use of connectives, and that you will be using, you know, carefully. If you plan it in your preparation stage, you can also deliver it, and you can deliver it deliberately. Good speakers deliver it deliberately, so that and you know what the audience members are waiting. Because if the presentation or the speech becomes a longer, the audience members are again waiting for a transition or waiting for a signpost, and they expect, when will this gentleman say, before I close, or towards the end, and last but not the least, and finally. Now what are all these? These are all connectives, my dear friend, and these connectives will make the task of the audience members easier, because the entire presentation is connected, and they are connected with the help of connectives. Now when you keep all these things into consideration, I understand that your presentation is going to be effective. But then you should also remember certain things which I provide you as tips. First is, if you feel that you have to give a very fruitful presentation, again I will repeat the same that I had said yesterday. Preparation is the best antidote. So prepare thoroughly, prepare your presentation thoroughly, but with preparation practice it, practice it repeatedly. Also time yourself either way you want, with the help of the cell phone or with the help of a clock, whatsoever. And it is better nowadays because audience members are looking at you, and nowadays there are lecterns which actually hide your nervousness and hide your uneasiness. So if you feel, you can request for a lectern. You should also know the sort of distance you should maintain between the microphone and yourself, because sometimes it has happened that people go so close to the microphone that when they speak, their voice appears to be bursting. So if a little bit of space is there between your lips and the microphone, the voices will come very clearly. Of course, nowadays we have collar mics and different sorts of facilities available. So but then you need to understand how. There is no need to shout, there is no need to speak too loud, because your microphone is very sensitive and it is taking everything. Sometimes even you know, celebrated speakers, they also feel some amount of nervousness, but then especially for the beginners, they should practice some stress busters. And in stress busters, what they can do is they could desensitize themselves, meaning thereby they should tell themselves that I am really very important, that is why they have called me. I mean, tell yourself certain good things, visualize good things, and when you are going to begin the presentation, do not begin in a hurry, rather begin with a pause. Speak the first sentence from the memory, maintain eye contact, have a control over your voice and vocabulary, and if at times you feel that you are being very fast, think about the crowd, think about the audience members, and have a sort of empathy, put some brakes on your speed, and then there is no need, especially you will find that those who are the new ones, they confine themselves only to the lectern so that their uneasiness may not be watched. But experts or effective speakers, they also move. So practice movements, and when you move, it should appear that you are moving very naturally. It is not an imposed sort of moving, or it is not artificial. Sometimes these smiles and the whispers of the crowd, they may appear like a sort of intimidation or like a sort of impediment, but you can just while them away, you can just forget about them. On the other hand, you should think that they are perhaps appreciating you. And finally, when you feel that the time is indicating or you are perhaps nearing, and even if you forget, it is better to summarize your main points. And if you do all this, I think you are in a better situation. But then you, in order to be an effective speaker or effective presenter, please do not read the presentation either with your notes or with your PowerPoint slides. Do not memorize the presentation, because if you memorize, you will forget. Don't give a long introduction. Do not speak as if you are going to discharge bullets in the form of words. And don't make your crowds too much cluttered. Avoid frowning. I mean, if somebody looks at you, you should respond to that look, not that you are trying to save yourself. If you are using some other medium, say for example, if you are if I am using here the blackboard, you know, that should not confine me only to use the blackboard or not to speak. Rather, keep writing and speaking, and ignore their smiles, have sympathy, and before you are going to close, give them a sort of signal as I can give you. So friends, having said all those things about an effective presentation, I actually want to go satisfied with an impression that my listeners are in a better frame of mind and they are ready to deliver the presentation. So let me wind up. But before I wind up, let me tell you that you should remember all the tips that I have told you, because when you stand, once again you should stand by keeping one foot ahead of other, and if you are going to practice, during practice sessions make use of your mirror, appear confident, avoid fidgeting. If you are walking, walk sprightly, feel relaxed, and once your presentation is over, if you have some handouts, please give them the handouts. Please also stay there, for there may be some questions and you should always be prepared to answer those questions. But then if you are not able to answer some of the questions, do not get into a panic. You can always tell them that we can discuss this question when in leisure, and end with a sort of summary and appreciation. So let me also wind up my presentation by quoting Confucius, who says, "A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his action." Let us all be modest in our speech, but when we act, when we deliver, let us deliver to the satisfaction of all, so that you feel that the preparation you made for the presentation really gave a good result, and the audience members, by spending their time, will have rich dividends. Thank you very much. In the next class, we shall be talking about speeches, how on various occasions we have to deliver different speeches. Till then, thank you very much. Have a good time.